everybody, welcome to this week's Weekly Roundup. Before I get started with city updates, we have two really important community updates, and they're both related to our student athletes. So first of all, I want to wish the good luck and best wishes to our Watertown High School track and field athletes. They're at state, I think, today and tomorrow, and that's Megan, Addison, Aiden, and Aiden. Just super proud. So, I mean, Watertown High School athletics has a long history of being really successful, and so it's awesome to see our student athletes at state competing on behalf of our community. So best of luck. And then I also have to congratulate our Lady Gosling softball team as a former Lady Gosling and softball player who actually, we went to state one year and played at Goodman, which is such an amazing place to play. Just so proud of our student athletes that play softball that will be going to state next week. So I think they're maybe playing on Thursday. We'll try to follow up and share the Watertown High School Athletics post on our page. But just really exciting to see the program back in Madison competing for state titles. So congrats to our Lady Gosling softball team. All right, back to the city stuff. So I wanted to just make mention, obviously we try our best to do these weekly roundup videos every Friday if we can. But in acknowledgement that my schedule doesn't always allow us to get there, our media and comms team has put out a weekly newsletter. So it's like the weekly roundup, but in a newsletter. If you haven't signed up for that, I'd really encourage you to do so. Not only does it just give like a nice listing of these types of updates like I would verbally give, but you can keep it and go, kind of go back and look at events or look at a post about what can be dropped off, for example, at our streets department yard. So if you haven't signed up for that, I'd encourage you to do it. We are swinging in, no pun intended, we are swinging into road construction season. So you might see our crews out, and they have been out doing some pavement patching and some shouldering. Please just be mindful and slow down in the roadway. I myself have observed people not slowing down. So going the speed limit when we have workers in the road is not slowing down. We're asking, please just slow down. These people are serving this community. They have families and friends that care deeply about them. They have city team members that care deeply about them. We just want to keep them safe on the road. We are going to be starting next week, Monday, some of our larger construction work. So I think on Monday, weather permitting, our contractor is going to be in the area of College Avenue and South 12th. So if you are, Luther Prep is done with school for the year, but I know Webster's just down the road and they are not. So if you are a Webster family, please have awareness that this section of College Ave and South 12th is going to be closed. We'll be getting some reconstruction work there. And then we are also in the area of Clark Street, South 12th, and Teresa Street doing some patching as well. So please just be mindful of our team and our contractor in the roadway. On the bridge, holy moly, like things are really changing. I feel like if it hasn't already, we're very, very near what's above the water, above the water portion of the bridge being completely removed. So the arch work, the arch removal work should be done within the next couple of days here. And then we're going to see a coffer dam installed. So that's really going to be the next visible change at the bridge site. That coffer dam is going to allow water to be withheld and then for some work that is underwater or near the water to begin. So just a big milestone to see that the bridge removed, and just looking forward to the new form coming very soon. I did mention this, probably didn't mean to, but here it is in full information. The streets department yard will be open tomorrow, Saturday, from 8 to 12. So again, 4 times a year, we try to open it up on the weekends, acknowledging people can't get in always during our business hours. So if you have extra garbage, recycling, electronics that need to be dropped off, there is a nice link on our Facebook page of what can be dropped off and what can't, what has fees and what doesn't. So if you're needing to stop by the streets department yard in the morning, Saturday morning, I'd encourage you to check out that list before doing so. We are also coming into the full season of events at the Benson Family Town Square. I heard either this week or last that we have like 84 events at the square, which is fantastic. And they are of a wide variety of types of activities, music, not music, food, not drinks, not. There's a wide swath for people to pick from. But knowing that we are going to have some periods of time where Water Street will be closed. And so our recreation team has committed to putting out a monthly update of what those are so people can appropriately plan. So I know June's just got shared or will be shared very soon. And that's just listing the days that Water Street will be closed and when it will be reopened. So pay attention for that if you're moving through that area. And then obviously follow the Benson Family Town Square Facebook page that gives our full calendar of events. I didn't plan to share this, but next weekend is, I think, one of our first concerts, if not the first concert of the summer concert series, and it's the boy band night, which I'm a big fan of. They played at Riverfest a few years ago, huge crowd, so I would just encourage you, if you haven't, to make sure you've got a babysitter if you're a fan of the boy band night, because we're going to be bringing the boy bands to Watertown next Saturday night. The station. So on the fire station site, things are going very well. We poured footings, which was, again, just like a really nice milestone to see after years and years of planning and discussion about a station. We're getting through the vast majority of that earthwork. We're starting to pour footings, and so good progress at the station. On the rec side, we are still allowing people to register for day camp. So public school ends next week. If you haven't found a plan for your kids yet, day camp's a great option. So 4K through 5th grade, they have different themes every week. They take lots of field trips. We have a nice new team of people and some returning people that will be our day camp counselors and leaders. So if you're interested, I would encourage you to register. The Watertown Aquatic Center opens tomorrow. I have no clue if the weather is going to cooperate or not. Hopefully it's at least warm. But they open on June 1st. So we're grateful that we have lifeguards and a great aquatics team to be able to have some fun swimming this summer at the pool, and then also some events that we'll be hosting at the aquatic center as well. For rec, we're doing yoga. There is a new offering called Baseball Short Games. I'd encourage you to check that out. Adult kicker, and then we're also hosting a blood drive at the Senior and Community Center on June 12th. So pencil that in, register if you can. I did want to make mention, last year we started, because community members asked for it, we started a community garden at Lincoln Park, and we have plots for sale or for rent for $25. So if you're looking for an area to garden, we have a spot for you. So you can reserve a plot on the rec desk or call or step into the Senior Community Center. Those are $25 for a space for the entire season. The library is starting summer reading program next week. Such an exciting opportunity for kids to not only read, but also socialize and engage with members of the community and do activities. So if you aren't registered for summer reading, I'd encourage you to do that. Camp Library starts next week as well. That's on Wednesday afternoons, always a fun activity. So just as we start to kind of segue into summer, I just want to be sure to highlight all of the opportunities that we offer at the city for low to no cost as well. Also at the library next week is the Wisconsin Supper Club presentation, which sounds wonderful. Reading with Rover, the teens are doing like a slushy and paint thing, so tons of opportunities at the library. Next week for our city meetings, we have a Common Council meeting on Tuesday, but I did want to highlight the meeting on Wednesday. So Public Safety and Welfare will meet on Wednesday, and they will be considering an initial discussion at least on ATV and UTV use inside the city limits. This topic has come up a time or two in the past, but it's coming up again for discussion. So if you're interested in being a part of that discussion, or you have a strong opinion one way or the other, I would encourage you to either contact your alderperson and share that, or better yet, attend the meeting. The meeting will be offered virtual and in person. We recently switched as a city away from one platform, and we're now going to be using Zoom. So we have just a different online platform. So if you have not attended a city meeting, please just make sure that you have that capability on your computer if you're planning on attending remotely. Otherwise, we'll be meeting here at City Hall on Wednesday for discussion on ATV and UTV use inside the city limits. On the job front, we still have some seasonal positions like umpires. I know we need some enrichment and sports program support staff. We also have a part-time fire inspector that we're looking to fill. And then on the full-time front, we have an opening at our street division in the solid waste crew. And then also we're still posting for either an assistant city engineer or a civil staff engineer. So if you know anyone in that field, please share that job for us. It's a really important one that we need to get filled. Lots happening this weekend. I know we're going to start to come into that season where Brant Quirk is being used nearly every weekend by both inside the city groups and outside the city groups. I believe those tournaments start this week. So if you are a local business owner, just have awareness that we will have a couple thousand people like we do every weekend attending those events. Also be mindful if you're a Brant Quirk Park user, it's going to be quite busy out there. There is Cash for Carp that the Rock River Coalition is hosting. That's on Saturday. And then there's also a concert Saturday night that benefits the Watertown Humane Society. So tons of other events. Watertown Tourism is your spot for all the info. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.